Just letting you guys know you can listen to my No Bleeps podcast anywhere you stream podcasts or on my No Bleeps YouTube channel. Link in the description. Hey guys, it's Billy and welcome back to Sesh. Today we've got to talk about Trisha Paytas, Ethan Klein, and frenemies because there is a very weird situation that has gone on, and we need to talk about what Trisha has come out and said about everything. So Trisha posted a video over the weekend titled, "We filmed a new frenemies this week, but it won't air." People were extremely confused because obviously frenemies is done and over with, but here Trisha is saying that the two of them filmed a new episode, but we're just never going to see it. So after Trisha posted their apology to Ethan, I honestly thought that this drama was kind of just going to be handled behind the scenes between family, and that was going to be the end of it. But obviously in Trisha fashion, that was not the end of it at all, not even a little bit. So it seems like the end isn't even near because there's a lot of stuff that is still hasn't come out yet that Trisha has said about Ethan. So I know this drama isn't over and people are probably going to be upset with what has been said that hasn't come out yet, just based on what Trisha is saying in this video. But to kind of sum up everything that happened and was said in this 32-minute video that Trisha posted over the weekend, they basically said that they filmed an episode on last Monday, and Trisha says that Ethan chose not to air it, and I suppose it was going to air this week, but Ethan chose not to post the video. Trisha says that they wanted the video posted and is literally criticizing Ethan for not airing the episode, not posting it, and did say that it got very heated, but then like the ending was good and they were happy with the episode, but Ethan wasn't happy and doesn't want it to be posted. And the thing is, Ethan chose to post the episode of Frenemies where Frenemies literally ended, where him and Trisha got into that fight. There were so many people saying, Ethan, you just shouldn't post this to the public. And so I feel like that's exactly what's happening right now. Ethan learned from the last time that him and Trisha fighting on camera probably wasn't a good idea. They should have kept it behind the scenes and is choosing not to post it this time. Last time, Trisha, you gave permission and then you were like, well, actually, he shouldn't have posted it. And now you're saying that you gave permission and he should post it and you're upset that he's not posting it. So that's just a whole mess. But I think he's just making a judgment call based off of last time. Now, in this video, Trisha admits that they haven't even answered some of the texts that Ethan has sent in the last week. And people in the comments noted that, and someone commented, the fact that you just admitted you haven't responded to his texts all week and yet you're uploading videos talking about him. You're so obsessed with the public's perception of you instead of caring about the relationships and people in your life. Grow up. Which honestly, I feel like that's the whole concept of this video. The entire thing is literally Trisha being upset that Ethan isn't posting this video that is supposedly going to make Trisha look better. Like, Trisha just says that this entire Frenemies episode that they filmed, this final episode, clears things up for Trisha, and Ethan says sorry to Trisha. And that's the whole reason why they want it posted. I also just want to note that the Frenemies merch, it did come out this week and people were asking Trisha if they were going to promote it. And this was literally the video of Trisha coming out to like promote the merchandise. Trisha also did a few TikToks promoting it, but says that they don't want even a cut of the money of any of the, profit that is made off of this merch because Trisha is just a co-host. And I'm like, oh, suddenly now you're just a co-host, because when we were talking about the 5%, you were like, I'm more than just a co-host. Like, I am the reason why the H3 channel is thriving. So that's a mess in itself. But kind of back to the bigger conversation that is discussed in this video, Trisha mentions that they did a bunch of interviews this week, and the answers that they gave were all over the place in terms of frenemies and their opinions about what happened. And some of the interviews that they did on certain podcasts got very heated, which I don't know why this is the case when Trisha already posted an apology. This is all just like so frustrating that they just can't get over it and move on. It's obviously just getting messier for everyone. And Trisha keeps saying that they don't want to keep going back and forth with Ethan, but here we are. And here Trisha is saying that they did a bunch of interviews talking basically all this bad stuff about frenemies. Now, kind of back to the episode that they filmed, Trisha says that They talked it out a lot in this episode that won't air, that we aren't apparently going to see, and Trisha got an apology from Ethan that meant so much. And Trisha says that they know they messed up and the way that they reacted was not okay, and says that it was nice to know that Ethan had some kind of like heart and empathy. Even though the episode got heated and they got into it a bit, the ending was like beautiful, and Trisha was crying because he had said that he messed up on one specific thing and cleared things up for Trisha's side. And Trisha once again gets a little frustrated talking about the fact that the episode isn't airing, and says that everybody thinks that Trisha is this horrible person, and it just sucks that people won't get to see Ethan apologize for this stuff and clear things up. To which people in the comments are like, does Trisha not know that we have literally seen it all? We have seen every single video that Trisha has posted, and we have seen the argument that went down on Frenemies. It's not like we have not seen both sides of the story. Like, we have literally seen it all, and people are still upset at Trisha. So some of the comments were, I don't get why you continuously attempt to portray yourself as the victim. You literally did this to yourself. Why does Trisha even think she's owed an apology? Ethan could claim the entire thing was his fault and you still wouldn't look any better. We see you. We saw the whole thing. It's like she thinks we only saw his side. We saw her 20 videos about it in the actual episode, and we still don't think you're right. Trisha says that they want people to know about certain things about their character and how they treat people, and in this episode it would have showed that, but it's like people are literally upset by the videos Trisha has put out alone. Just on their channel. Not the misinterpreted stuff, not the stuff that Ethan has said, the stuff that has come out from Trisha's mouth alone, people have literally been disappointed by. Obviously, there are people that are upset about the stuff that has been rumored about Moses and things that Trisha has done and whatnot, but for the most part, people are just really disappointed with the way Trisha acted in the one episode on Frenemies that we all saw. Just the actions in the one episode alone that ended the entire show. That was literally it. And people were upset that Trisha did not want to apologize for what happened in that episode. Trisha says that Ethan probably doesn't want to air the video because he doesn't want to get hate or he doesn't want to admit to any wrongdoings. But literally, Ethan saying sorry to Trisha or, apologizing to Trisha or clearing anything up with Trisha isn't going to make Trisha suddenly loved by the public eye. I think the damage has already been done in terms of everything that went down in the Frenemies situation. Like, people have already made their decision as to who is at fault here. And something that I found very interesting is that Trisha says that they literally recorded the podcast episode for themselves. So I don't know if it was on like a voice memo that they were recording it or what, and said that they did this because people sometimes will edit podcasts and warp them. And that just shows me that nothing has been fixed between the two of them. Like, there's some serious trust issues still. That's why they felt the need to like record the audio for themselves. And that is exactly why Frenemies ended. Like, this is not a thing anymore because they just do not get along. This is not, like, there's no trust between them. Trisha literally just wants this episode to air because Ethan says he messed up in some way, but even after admitting all that, people would still be mad at Trisha. It's very clear from the comments. And I guess at one point in time, while they were filming this Frenemies episode that we will never see, Trisha claims that Ethan clears up their name and says that they never said that they wanted the crew fired. I guess they went through all the text messages and Trisha was like, I never said that, and it would have been nice for people to see that and really get to see the things that were so far from the truth. Listen, as far as I know, Ethan just said Trisha wanted the crew fired because that's literally what Trisha was alluding to. Maybe Trisha never said, I want to fire the crew verbatim, but everything that Trisha was saying in literally videos on Trisha's channel had everybody thinking Trisha wanted the crew fired, saying things like, they don't know how to do their job, there's someone better that could do it, I want Frenemies to be separate from H3. That is literally saying you want a new crew, which is essentially meaning that the old crew would have to be fired. But anyways, Trisha wants everything to be over, apparently, and like wants all this to end, yet is still saying all this and says that there are podcasts coming out. So this whole thing is ridiculous and the drama clearly isn't over yet. And the second half of the video is just Trisha doing a mukbang right after they filmed this Frenemies episode. And Trisha is saying that they are so happy because Ethan forgives them them, and obviously we're just never gonna see that. And even if Ethan came out and said that he forgave Trisha, I just really don't think it's going to be changing anything, especially if there's more stuff that's going to be coming out of Trisha talking about the situation in a negative way and getting heated. It's just not going to make a difference, at least right now. So I definitely want to know what you guys think about this. Let me know in the comments down below. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.